Canada, the land of opportunity, home to the maple leaf and some of the most diverse cities in the world. Did you know that 1 in 5 Canadians today is an immigrant? That's nearly 8.3 million people from countries as far as India, China, Syria, and the Philippines. They arrive with dreams of a better life packed into suitcases of memories, hopes, and fears. But with such diversity comes a tug of war between cultures, traditions, and the challenge of making a foreign land feel like home. Join us as we dive into the heart of 10 Canadian cities transformed by the hands of immigrants. Each city has its own story, filled with curiosity, struggle, laughter, and a bit of heartache. Stick with us till the end as we unravel these tales of belonging, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment on your thoughts. Number 10. Surrey, British Columbia. Imagine a place where every corner feels like a mini India, aromas of biryani fill the streets, temples and gurdwaras stand proudly next to coffee shops, and the annual Vaisakhi parade brings thousands together. Surrey, once a quiet suburb, is now one of Canada's most ethnically diverse cities, thanks to an influx of immigrants, particularly from India and Pakistan. Today, 43% of Surrey's residents are foreign-born, with a huge South Asian community giving Surrey its vibrant, multicultural character. Impact and challenges. As beautiful as Surrey's story is, the growth hasn't come without struggle. Public services like healthcare and schooling are stretched thin, classrooms overflow, and housing costs have become a nightmare for many. Locals talk about the days when Surrey was just a sleepy town, and while some welcome the change, others feel a sense of loss. Housing prices have doubled over the last decade, reaching $1.2 million on average for a single-family home. Surrey's charm lies in its people, but for some, the fast pace of change has brought a sense of alienation. Number 9. Hamilton, Ontario. Hamilton is the story of a city with an industrial heart finding its soul again. Known for its gritty steel mills, Hamilton has recently welcomed immigrants from Syria, China, and India who have transformed the city into a cultural mosaic. In fact, immigrants make up 26% of Hamilton's population. On any given day, you can find Syrian bakeries and Chinese tea shops in neighborhoods that were once strictly industrial. The city has seen a beautiful fusion of cultures, but with it came rising rents and a scarcity of affordable housing, increasing by over 30% in just 5 years. Once known as an affordable alternative to Toronto, Hamilton's prices are now beyond reach for many, and some locals worry that the city they knew is slipping away. But amidst this, there's hope. New business owners bring a resilient, community-driven spirit to Hamilton, offering new job opportunities and a vibrant food scene. Number 8. Halifax, Nova Scotia. Halifax isn't the place you'd expect to find a bustling immigrant community. Yet here they are, new families from Syria, Lebanon, and Nigeria turning this Atlantic city into a place of cultural exchange. With immigrants now making up 8% of Halifax's population, it may seem like a small number, but in a city of 440,000, their impact is deeply felt. Halifax has always had a small town feel where everyone knows everyone. With the arrival of so many newcomers, there's excitement, but also an adjustment period. Locals marvel at the new eateries serving Middle Eastern dishes, while others feel like the city's character is being reshaped. The housing market is tight. Rental prices have surged 20% in recent years, leaving both new and long-term residents in a scramble for affordable places. Halifax is welcoming, but wary, trying to embrace change without losing its identity. Number 7. Winnipeg, Manitoba. Winnipeg has quietly become a landing ground for many seeking a new life, particularly from the Philippines, Nigeria, and Somalia. Known for its freezing winters and warm hearts, Winnipeg now has immigrants making up 25% of its population. Many newcomers arrive hoping for job opportunities in healthcare, manufacturing, and services. The road isn't easy. With 28% of immigrant families living below the poverty line, Winnipeg's newcomers often struggle to make ends meet. Local charities and churches have stepped in, offering support, yet employment remains a challenge. But Winnipeg is a resilient city, and many locals admire the determination of immigrants braving snowstorms and economic hardships to build a future. In a way, Winnipeg is a city built on endurance, where everyone's story seems to carry a layer of grit and resilience. Number 6. Ottawa, Ontario. In Ottawa, the nation's political heartbeat, immigrants from China, Iran, and France have found a new home. Here, 20% of the population is foreign-born, with many filling crucial roles in Canada's tech and healthcare industries. Walk through downtown Ottawa, and you'll hear a chorus of languages, each representing a story of hope and new beginnings. Ottawa's growing diversity adds a dynamic layer to the city, but there's an undeniable impact on housing. Real estate prices have shot up by 12% over the last 2 years, making home ownership a distant dream for many. The influx of highly skilled immigrants has been beneficial, but some locals worry about the pace of change. Public transit is busier, schools are fuller, and even the city's parks feel crowded. Yet Ottawa remains a city of possibility, where people from all walks of life find their place. Number 5, Edmonton, Alberta. In Edmonton, home to immigrants from India, the Philippines, and Latin America, diversity is celebrated through festivals and community events. About 25% of the city's residents are foreign-born, and they bring an energy to Edmonton that's impossible to ignore. From the Edmonton Heritage Festival to the Fringe Theatre, immigrants have enriched the city's cultural fabric. But Edmonton's story is also one of economic highs and lows. Many immigrants arrived hoping to work in the oil sector, only to find themselves facing layoffs during economic downturns. The unemployment rate among immigrant communities can be 1.5 times higher than the city's average. Edmonton's challenge lies in creating stable employment opportunities for all, while celebrating the cultural richness that newcomers bring. Number 4, Calgary, Alberta. Calgary's booming oil economy once drew immigrants from around the world, but it hasn't been an easy road. Immigrants from China, Mexico, and South Korea make up 29% of Calgary's population, bringing new skills, foods, and festivals to the city. Calgary's roller coaster economy means that immigrants who arrived in boom times often find themselves struggling when the market dips. Unemployment among immigrants can soar, with the figure sitting at 1.5 times the city average in 2020. And then there's housing. Prices have skyrocketed, creating a housing crunch. Yet the resilience of Calgary's immigrant community is inspiring. Despite the challenges, they've continued to contribute to Calgary's vibrant social and economic fabric. Number 3, Montreal, Quebec. Montreal is a beautiful fusion of French heritage and immigrant influences, particularly from Haiti, Algeria, and France. With a 24% foreign-born population, Montreal's streets are alive with languages, flavors, and festivals from around the world. But for many, the language barrier is a hurdle. French is a necessity in Montreal, making employment challenging for those not fluent. This barrier has contributed to a 15% unemployment rate among immigrants in certain sectors. Yet Montreal's immigrant population adds so much to the city's energy, from art festivals to food markets. It's a city that celebrates its diversity, even as it grapples with the realities of integration. Number 2, Vancouver, British Columbia. Known for its stunning landscapes and vibrant culture, is a city that draws people from all over the world. Immigrants from China, the Philippines, India, and Iran make up 40% of Vancouver's population, making it one of Canada's most diverse cities. The city has embraced its multicultural identity, with neighborhoods like Chinatown, Little India, and Little Saigon showcasing its rich tapestry. Yet, Vancouver faces a critical challenge: the housing crisis. As more people settle here, demand for housing has skyrocketed, pushing the average home price to over $1.4 million and the rental vacancy rate to below 1%. While immigrants bring vibrancy and economic contributions, this intense demand has sparked debates about affordability and accessibility. Longtime residents feel the squeeze as the city grapples with how to balance growth with sustainability. Despite these issues, Vancouver's multicultural spirit shines brightly, with residents continuously working to create an inclusive city for everyone. Number 1, Toronto, Ontario. Canada's largest city is the ultimate melting pot, with nearly half of its residents born outside the country. Immigrants from India, China, Pakistan, the Philippines, and Somalia have turned Toronto into one of the most diverse cities globally. Walking through neighborhoods like Little Italy, Greektown, and Koreatown feels like taking a world tour without leaving the city. But being a city of immigrants brings its own set of challenges. Toronto faces an increasing demand for affordable housing, with rental prices averaging over $2,500 per month and home prices frequently exceeding $1 million. Public services like healthcare and public transit are also stretched thin, with long wait times and overcrowding becoming common issues. Yet the city's heart beats stronger with each new wave of immigrants who bring their talents, cultures, and ambitions, making Toronto an inspiring example of diversity in action. These cities represent the incredible transformation Canada has experienced due to immigration. From vibrant cultural festivals to unique neighborhoods, each city tells a story of resilience, adaptation, and the pursuit of dreams. Though challenges remain, the spirit of multiculturalism endures as Canadians and immigrants alike strive to build inclusive, thriving communities. Thank you for joining us on this journey. If you enjoyed this exploration, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. We'd love to hear your thoughts on how immigration has shaped Canada's cities. Thanks for watching.